a little bit of craziness in the market today. Um, so coming into it with that mindset, right now we are not seeing any pullback yet. No pullback. As of right now, the VIX is moving down. All right, so like you guys know, I like to wait for that opening range to be created, but right now we're not really we're just pumping. We're not coming back at all. We're taking that external high. Good morning. We're taking the external high right now. So that could be a key level that we might want to pull back off of. We're pushing up into that daily bearish imbalance. Okay, let's look over here on ES. No, Shosky. Hey, at least you're on that trade. Right, so we have that SMT right now. ES hasn't taken previous day high yet. Has not taken previous day high. NQ has. So crazy pump right there, guys. Crazy pump. Let's see. Like that moved a lot of ticks right there at market open with not one down close candle. That's insane right there. Pretty crazy move. Now we're heading into that daily. Remember that daily bearish imbalance up here? We've taken an external high. So let's see if we're going to get some kind of reaction back down or if we're just going to push right through back to all-time highs today. With the way the market's moving right now, it looks like it wants to just push right through and go all the way for all-time highs. But we will have to be reactive, wait for our setups. Looks like this 15-minute bearish breaker is finally going to be disrespected. Crazy after a day of price action like yesterday where we never really moved. We just kind of stayed in that range all day. And we've already broken out from the first 5 minutes of this market. So definitely an increase in volatility, which to me that means we just gotta play it a little bit safe, a little bit careful because we are moving a lot of ticks at once. But it also means we have the ability to catch a nice reward. So I'm coming in with that mindset, trying to catch a nice reward, but also focusing on our risk management. Okay, so now ES is taking out previous day high. So no more SMT there. So let's see if we're going to get a nice reaction off of this fair value gap and start to rebalance this market. So I would like to see us head back down from here, guys. We're in an hourly, a daily, 4-hour, a bunch of bearish fair value gaps here. A lot of bullish momentum, so I'd want to see us maybe take out, start to disrespect a few of these bullish fair value gaps real quick, at least on the 1 minute, and then I'm going to look to take it short. And try to ride it all the way down. Just want to get a solid entry. Don't want to jump in. Don't want to jump in just to get stopped out by one more move up. But we've swept external liquidity. We're in a bunch of higher time frame bearish fair value gaps. I would like to see us start heading down from here. Just want to see us at least start to disrespect some fair value gaps here. Maybe try to trade into a good fair value gap on the 1 minute. But I am going to start looking to short this. Let's use our fib real quick. From this swing high to swing low. Okay, we'll look at that 0.5 level as a good target. So let's just see here. Let's just see. We did close below that 1 minute fair value gap there. So I do want to start looking to catch some shorts. Don't want to get in again. Don't want to get in too premature to where we're going to come up and form like a breaker pattern or something and stop me out before we actually get that drop. but I am starting to look for them. All right, I'm going to test them out,
Order
guys.
filled.
I'm just going to test them out real quick, just half a lot. I'm going to give them a shot here. We're starting to get the momentum. And I'm just going to keep my stop right above the wick of this candle.
Order working.
Let's see. I'm going to move it down a little bit. Like I said, just going to test it out here. Remember, we could come right back up, and that's the risk I'm willing to take to try to catch this one early. I'm just going to try to be a little bit more aggressive on this one. Just trying to be a little more aggressive, try to catch that drop off, that imbalance, because there's a possibility we could still fill further into that fair value gap. So this one is a more aggressive entry here, guys. Very aggressive. Just be aware of that. Okay, I'm starting to like that movement. I'm going to add into a full.
Filled.
I'm going to add into a full here. See if we can get that drop. See if we can get that drop. Start pushing through some of these imbalances. Try to take it down to a discount. Try to catch a 1 to 2 here, down for like 100 plus ticks. Might move my stop loss down just a few ticks. Again, if we just start to push really aggressively, I'll just get out. I'll scale out of my position. If we start to push up, if we start to see a very strong bullish candle, I'll just get out, and I won't risk taking a full stop here. There we go. I'm going to set a limit order at 20,045.75 for half my position.
Order working.
Right there. So about 110 ticks for first TP. There we go. I think I might move my stop down again. I'm going to move my stop down again here. It's about 40 tick stop. I don't want to see us really start to push back up. I really want to see us start heading down. All right, we hit 65 ticks already, so you could scale out. You could take TP here. Once we come back down to like, even 40 ticks if you moved your stop down, or 50 ticks. You could have taken first TP already. Yeah, we're moving up pretty aggressively here. I'm not liking that movement too much. Might just start to scale out. We'll see. Might start to scale out if we start pushing up a little too much. Look for a re-entry. We're just bouncing very aggressively on this 1 minute here. I'm just going to scale out, guys.
Cancelled.
I'm just going to scale out. We moved up too aggressively on that. I'll look for a different entry here. I didn't like how much we were pushing up. I do still think we're going to try to head down here, but we might try to come sweep buy-side liquidity one more time before heading back down. So I just wanted to, scale out a little bit quicker. Wait for us to maybe sweep that high, create a reversal pattern before jumping back in. Let's see what the opening range, we might try to trade above the opening range first. Like I said, maybe try to take out that high, and then I'll try to get back in after that. I did really like that short sum. I mean, we caught 65 ticks. I just wanted to catch a 1 to 2 on that. I wanted to take it all the way down to that 0.5. That's why I didn't take any profit. So let's see if we're going to sweep that high real quick and then come back down. Asia range is 7 p.m. Eastern to midnight Eastern. So we have our Asia and London all the way down here. Okay, we have some SMT now. We have some SMT at the highs now. ES taking out that high. NQ hasn't swept that high. The reason I like this though, guys, let me look at the VIX real quick. Okay, is because of all those higher time frame imbalances above. We've got a daily bearish fair value gap. We've got a 4-hour. We've got a 1-hour. We've got a 30-minute up here, right? So all of these bearish fair value gaps up top make me really want to short this. But we have a lot of bullish momentum right now. So we're kind of fighting against that momentum. So that's why I'm waiting to get a different entry. We do have the SMT at the highs. Look at this SMT divergence here. Between ES and NQ. Okay, now let's, again, I'd want to wait for us to really come down. Maybe try to displace this 1 minute fair value gap here to get another re-entry. But I'm starting to like that we got SMT. I'm starting to like that we're starting to head down here. But with such a strong bullish move at market open, I'm going to be a little bit more cautious about jumping back in again. Okay, ES is starting to head down. Looks like we're going to try to head down again. I'm going to test out these shorts one more time with half a lot here. One more time. Why did I get filled so low there? I got filled way too low. Okay, my stop just above that last wick.
Order working.
I got filled very low again. The last one wasn't too low, but that one filled me. Somehow it filled me below the actual wick. Which doesn't... I got a lot of slippage on that entry. Look how my entry is below that wick of that last candle, and I entered off that last candle. Okay, so we got that SMT. We're heading back down again. Again, you could look to take TP at the low of this candle. You could look to take a 1-to-1, you know, around 50 ticks. Look to hold it down to that 0.5 level. I'm just going to make this risk-free here. I'm just going to move my stop to break even. Okay, this is a good first TP right here. Good first TP right here. I'm gonna wait see if we're gonna come down a little bit further. I'm gonna trail one of my stops down here. There we go.
Order working.
There we go. So I didn't add into a full on this one. Okay, first TP. I am going to, oh, there we go, there we go. I'm going to sell one.
Order filled.
I'm going to keep that stop just
Order
above
cancelled.
this candle here. So I took one TP there. That's 150 ticks so far on that trade. And I'll keep my stop loss just above this candle, as you guys can see. And then I'll keep trailing it down to see if we want to head all the way back down to VWAP. All the way back down to rebalance this market. There we go. So good trade so far. Stop is in profit, and I'll keep trailing it as we go. 150 ticks have hit, but we are back down into that discount of the range, which is why I took profit, which is why I sold a little bit. So yeah, I got my stop just above that candle. We'll see if we want to head up into that fair value gap or not. Keep dropping. If we drop again, I'll move my stop loss above this wick. All right, I'm gonna move it down again. There we go. Still dropping. So now my stop is at 20,051.25. There we go. So 167 ticks of hit. Let's see how much further we want to go. Look at ES dropping. Very good short there so far. Very good short for us so far. I'll just keep trailing my stop. See how far we can catch this one down. There we go. I'm going to move my stop down again to the top of this candle. 20,040, 50 now. So now my stop is about 130 ticks in profit. We've just hit about 190 ticks. There we go, guys. Let's keep riding this one. I'm going to keep riding this one. Again, it's another good level to take TP here. Right around VWAP, we just hit 220 ticks. Move my stop down again a little bit. Yeah, so I mean, this could be a good full TP as well if you're not trying to hold. But this one could keep dropping, so which is why I'm willing to let this one ride. I'm going to move my stop down again. 20,030, 50 is my new stop. Look at that, guys. 256 ticks. And I should add into a full position on this one. Let's see if it's going to come stop me out here. We caught that one at a perfect time there. Perfect time. Got the SMT, traded back into that imbalance. Caught that drop. So we're right around VWAP. This could be a point where we bounce back up, which is why I trailed my stop very close now.
Stop filled.
I am out. I am out now. So overall, that hit 252 ticks, guys. 252 ticks. Nice little short there. Made back my first loss and some nice cash on top of that. There we go, guys. There we go. Good way to start our Thursday. There we go. That is what I'm talking about. We had that SMT, higher time frame imbalances. Boom. Caught it all the way down. We traded right up to the opening range. Boom. Now let's see if those longs are going to step back in. These longs might step back in here. Let's see. Yep, we bounced right off VWAP there. yeah, lock yourself out. Don't let yourself lose those profits. Looks like we're going to head right back up for the highs, though, after trading down into VWAP. Let's see. But yeah, guys, if you have big profits off that trade, yeah, you don't need to keep trading. Or yeah, exactly. Like Tony said, trade a different account. Trade a different account. If you guys caught really big profits on that one, I use Tradeovate. Tradeovate. This on my screen is TradingView though. And I just connect my Tradeovate account through this. Yeah, guys, so nice way to start our day. I didn't get to add into a full on this position, which I wish I did, but in hindsight, oh well. Still caught it, over 200 ticks on that, so I'll take it. I mean, we didn't take our first TP. I didn't take my first TP until like how many ticks? Like 130 or something. So that was a nice trade. There we go, guys. Yeah, I mean, if you feel very content with that trade with your profits, just call it a day. Just stop trading. Maybe trade a different account. Don't go and give those profits back. Don't be greedy. Take what you got. Take what you got. That was a great little trade there. For most people, you don't really need more than 250 ticks. That's pretty solid. Let's see if we're going to keep dropping. We can see that. Look at that. Guys, all of these confluences came in right at the same time, right? So higher time frame bearish imbalances up top. Daily 4 hour, 1 hour, 30-minute imbalances all up top. And then we swept an external high. Right? At this yesterday's high, we swept it. And then we got SMT at the highs. You can see here. Yeah, NQ failed to take out the high while ES did take it out, and then we started to see it dump. So all of these different confluences came in at the same time. Boom, I'm getting in that trade every single time. Every single time. And that's why I attempted to get in the first time here. We wanted to come make one more push into that imbalance and then drop, so then we still got to get involved on that. Pretty nice. Pretty nice. Yeah, just a measly 250 ticks, guys. Measly 250 ticks. All right, so, I mean, yeah, out of our 4 trading days this week, we've won 3 of them. We've had 1 losing day. Pretty solid. Past 2 weeks have been really good, guys. Really good trading days, trading weeks. Last week we only took 3. We only had 3 trading days last week that we actually traded. We won 2 out of the 3. So yeah, as a lot of you guys are saying, I'm loving the discipline that you guys are talking about, like locking yourselves out of your account, trading on a different account, right? Just leaving this one alone, keeping those profits. Don't give them back. I love you guys. I love this community so much, guys. You know, it's funny after having a few bad trading weeks, or not even like terrible. I mean, it was pretty much mainly just break-even weeks, 1 losing week. A few people left, and I was like, you know what? I was like bummed about it because I was like, I don't want people to leave. But then I was like, well, the people that are gonna stay are the ones that are really dedicated to doing this, right? To making this work, and the people that aren't gonna stay they're not dedicated. And it makes sense. It's okay because they expect, some people hop on and they expect me to win every single trade and every single day. And that's not the reality. And that's why, I know that you guys understand. We're not going to win every single trading day, guys. That if you could do that, that would be insane. That's just not a reality. So the people that, that are in this for the long run understand that, we're going to have those rough weeks. We're going to have those rough days. But it's just about how do you keep those losers small? How do you control your losing trades so that you can still have good winning trades? Yep, exactly. Exactly. Yeah, right, Greg? It is pretty rare to take out both high and low of previous day, and we have done that today. There we go, Christian. Yep, lock yourself out of that account. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. So, as I was saying, it looks like these longs want to step back in. Okay, we just closed on the hour. Overall, I'm still bullish biased on the day, so I do expect those longs to step back in now. But now it's just about getting the right entry. And then trying to start pushing through these imbalances up top. So we tested them once. We saw us test them once. Now we need to see, are we going to test them again? We obviously didn't displace previous day high, but I do think we're going to try to push through now. Yeah, trading around VWAP is always a little bit sketchy. A lot of the time we do see us bounce off of VWAP though. But it can be a little bit sketchy because sometimes price likes to just hang out around VWAP for a while. Okay, so like I was saying, guys, those longs are stepping back in. I do want to start seeing if I can maybe catch one more trade in the longs. I'm not going to try to risk too much. So now we're into that silver bullet hour. Let's see if these longs want to step back in here. Ooh, that's actually really funny because that's the car that my grandpa has. It's such a nice car though. Luxury. Luxury at its finest right there. So let's see if these longs want to step back in here. Yeah, so since I went in half a lot before, I'll probably go in half a lot again, honestly. And, you know, unless I see like a ton of confirmation again, then I'll add into a full. But the only way I would do that is if I have a very tight stop loss and I'm not risking much of my profits at all. Okay, so we're seeing us bounce from a very small fair value gap down here. Very small. Very, very small. But we keep going. Alright, so we dropped 250 ticks, and now the longs have come back in for 250 ticks. Going back for that buy side, silver bullet hour. Looks like we're going to try to head for our next buy side liquidity level, which on a external time frame, our next buy side liquidity is not until all-time highs. So we would have to make a very strong push if the longs really are going to step all the way back in, which is why I'm not really ready to jump into them just yet at the top of this range. We've got an internal level there on the 15-minute at that swing high. Trading back up to that imbalance above. So we'll see what we do once, you know, what kind of reaction we get back up here again. Man, I just love when, like, I see, like, 5 different confluences come together in one trade. I love it. It's like the market is just begging me to take a trade. It's like, oh, we want to make your life really easy today, so we're just going to show you all of these different confirmations that this trade looks amazing. Like, yep. Just do that every day. Just give me like 5 confluences on every trade and we'll be good and we'll never lose. Yeah, right? Exactly. So yeah, we're just getting into silver bullet hour. Isn't it a crazy feeling, guys? Think about it this way. In the first 30 minutes of the market, just think, we're on our charts for 30 minutes. And some of you probably just made more money than a lot of people do working a full 8-hour shift, and that's not to be disrespectful whatsoever. Not at all. I'm just talking about that potential of getting up, hopping on your computer, and in 30 minutes, there's potential to make more money than you could at an 8-hour shift, or even the same amount at an 8-hour shift. It doesn't have to be more than that. But just think about that potential. Right? Yeah. And it's not trying to do that. It's not trying to make that all in 1 week or, you know, trying to get to that point in one month. It's just building that discipline and that consistency to where you can get to that point. And however long that takes you, it might take a long time. But just think about when you can get to that point consistently to where you can start making more than you do at your day job in the, 30 minutes to an hour. Yeah, right? Yeah, so I am looking to see if the silver bullet is going to go target buy side. Target these highs up top. It does look like we're going to start trying to target those highs. Exactly. Yes, they will make or break you 100%. Because a lot of people will look at that potential. And you guys, I talked about this last week, right? With great power comes great responsibility. A lot of people will see that potential and they will get so eager or they'll get they'll see someone making a ton of money and they'll be like, oh, I can do that tomorrow. I can do that in 1 week. I can get rich quick. And then the markets absolutely destroy them. They get so discouraged that they never try trading again. In reality, I try my best to make sure everybody knows it does not happen overnight. You're not gonna do it overnight. But there is that potential, if you are truly dedicated to making this work, that it can happen in whatever time period that it takes, however long it takes for you to get to that point. That's up to you. That's up to how much you're willing to learn and how much you're willing to put into it. And there's going to be roadblocks along the way. A lot of things are going to happen. It's going to be a struggle. There's going to be days you really don't want to be a trader. There's going to be days where you're like, why am I doing this? But it's days like today that remind you of, yeah, this is why I'm doing this, because of this potential. Yeah, we could do a Q&A for our educational for sure. I like that idea. Yep, Enrique, exactly. Exactly. Nope, and that's the one reason why people fail, is because they're looking for that fast money. They're looking to get rich quick. And then they realize that that's not a reality, and they give up on it. And they say trading's stupid, and they start, talking bad about it. They start trying to discourage other people. It's like, yeah, trading was bad for you because you didn't realize that you actually had to put in work and actually be patient for that progress to show. Yeah, no, Jack, we're not in a trade right now. We took the shorts, and now I'm just kind of waiting to see if we get another setup. There we go, Kia Trades. There we go. Let's go, Abundant Wealth. I'm loving this mindset. There we go, Lil. Yeah, exactly. All right, once you come to that realization that you're like, wow, all of this stuff I've been doing has only made it harder for me to be a successful trader. It's only setting me back. That's when you start to see that progress, because now you really start to focus on what's important. Really start to focus on just being patient. Doing it for the long run, not to try to get rich quick. So again, we created another range here from this high to low. Let's see if we just traded it back into a discount, into a fair value gap. Let's see if these longs want to step back in. Let's see what they do here. We're respecting this bullish fair value gap and this bearish one right now. So not ready to jump into a trade just yet. Again, I'm content with not taking another trade. I mean, my profit isn't as much as, it would be on a normal day because I didn't add into it my full position, but I'm still happy with my profit. I'm still content with it. So it's not like I need to take another trade. Yeah, just 250 ticks. I love that. Love that, Greg. It's a good little representation of what it's like. I mean, what success story have you ever seen where someone just made it right away? They didn't have to go through any hardships. All right, Shasky, I'll see you at Q&A. I don't know a lot of, heroes in this world or successful people that never went through any hardships, that never had to go through the struggle to get to the point they want to be. It's it's almost impossible. Those hardships you go through, those are what build your character. Those are what make you who you are. Like, nothing good comes easy, right? That's like one of my favorite sayings because it's so true. Nothing good comes easy. All right, so as long as our stepping back in, like I said, I wasn't ready to jump into another entry just yet, but again, we did see us create another range, traded down into the discount, fair value gap, boom, now we're pushing up for buy side. Yeah, so we caught these shorts, about 250 ticks. I didn't take profit of the full 250, but we did catch most of that trade. So now we see those longs stepping in as predicted. Let's see if we want to come up and grab this buy side. So that red folder news came out negative. Let's see again if we're going to come up and head right back down for the lows. We traded into that higher time frame, all those higher time frame imbalances again. Seeing a bounce from that level again. Let's look at our 15-minute here. I would expect the longs to keep trying to step in, but we do have that all of those imbalances that are going to be trying to hold us down. So let's see what we do here. See if we're going to try to push through or get another reaction. So keep being patient. Keep being patient here. Yeah, it looks like these longs are going to keep stepping in, but I'm not going to long up here at the top of this range. But it looks like we are targeting this buy side, like we talked about. All right, another reason why I still try to tell you guys all of these different things that I'm looking at in the market, even if I'm not taking them myself, because I know some people are still going to want to take trades. So still trying to point out these levels for you if you wanted to get entries. Right, called out this exact thing, right? Traded back down into a discount, fair value gap bounce. Said we're going to go try to grab buy side liquidity. We're coming up to grab buy side liquidity right now. And looks like we might get some more SMT up here. Look how ES is failing to take out. Oh, maybe not. Never mind. Now ES is going for that high as well. Okay, so now we've taken out that buy side again. A lot of bullish momentum this time. A lot of bullish momentum. Very strong run through that liquidity. To me, that doesn't look like a liquidity sweep. That looks more like a liquidity run where we are running right through it and we're going to continue to get that movement up. And possibly keep pushing all the way up to all-time highs here. So, again, I'll wait and see what kind of retracement we get here. Wait and see what kind of retracement we get. See if there's going to be a long opportunity for us. Hey, there we go, deep. There we go. Loving it. Okay, so we swept that liquidity. 1 minute for value gap down here. All right, but now we look at this range. See if we form a swing high, swing low. See if we want to trade back down to a discount. I don't know if we're going to trade back down to a discount of this range because we now just got that liquidity run. We might keep running. We could see price keep running. I'm not going to get in a position yet, guys, but we could see price really bounce from this 1 minute here. So let's see how much retracement we're going to get here. Pretty strong retracement so far. Right, so if we were going to trade down into a discount, it would be down into that level down here beneath the 0.5. But this one, so this next, really the only TP I see in terms of highs and lows on the 15 minute is all the way up there at 20,228.75. When we look at the 1 minute, we've got a few highs up here. Up there. And then we've got some highs up here. So a few different levels of internal liquidity up there. But now it looks like we might start dropping again off of this imbalance. Well, this is why I'm being a little bit cautious, right? Not ready to jump into this 1 minute fair value gap. So the reason is because this looks more like a liquidity run, where we came up and displaced the highs on a lot of our time frames. We didn't just come up and wick above, which gives me a little bit more confidence that the longs are going to continue to step in and keep running for more highs. Right, so if we look at the 15 minute, we can see we came up and we closed above the highs with strong displacement, which tells me we're going to probably try to keep going. So a liquidity sweep is where we wick above and we see that reversal come back in. So you're more looking for a wick, like on 15, 5, 30 minute, hourly, right? So since we haven't seen the hourly or the 30 minute, since those have still just wicked above, we still haven't seen a liquidity run on those ones. Only a liquidity sweep, which is why I'm not ready to jump into the longs at the top yet. I was just looking for it just to see what kind of reaction we got. But we might see us trade back down into a discount of this range again. Right, and we have a 1 minute fair value gap down here, down in the discount of this 1 minute range. So let's see if we trade into that one. So we displace that 1 minute fair value gap there. So now I'm looking to see, and I'll make a video. Maybe I'll even put it on my course about liquidity runs versus liquidity sweeps. I'll make a video about that. Alright, so we are back into a discount of this range. Trading back into this 1 minute imbalance below. We're moving down with a lot of momentum though, so I do want to be careful here because we are bouncing again off of that higher time frame imbalance. So I'm going to be very careful about longing this, but every time we've done this so far, we've traded down to the discount of a range that we've created. We've bounced off a fair value gap and gone back up. So let's see if we're going to want to do that again, or if we're going to just come right back down for the lows and get a market structure shift. Right, so if we were to come down and take out this low, that would be that market structure shift creating a bearish breaker block, right, which would mean I would now be looking to short that all the way back down. Hey, tell him to shut up. Hey, we got more important stuff over here. The city can wait. Okay, we're starting to bounce from that 1 minute. Starting to bounce. Let's see. Do I want to test them out? I don't know if I want to test them out. Don't know how much I trust these longs right now. Don't know how much I can trust them. Especially since we keep bouncing off that higher time frame stuff. I mean, I do still think longs have a lot of potential here. They do have potential, but if we start respecting these bearish imbalances, that's when I want to stay out of the longs. But if we're going to try to push right through them, I could see these longs stepping right back into these highs. We're sticking with that trend. Okay, so these longs are starting to look pretty good. Just see if we can inverse that 1 minute fair value gap there. This 1 minute bearish fair value gap. Alright, so this is the point where I'm still going to be very cautious. Right, I don't want to give back a lot of my profits. It's got to be a very, very, very good setup for me to take it. I do like that we closed above that 1 minute. I do think these longs are going to step back in here. Again, don't really love getting an entry from up here. Don't really like that entry very much. But there's still a decent amount of reward. It's just about not having a good stop loss level. So I'm gonna stay out for now. As I said, again, we traded down into a discounted stealing range into a 1 minute fair value gap, and we bounced. Down here, we traded down into a discount of the stealing range, 1 minute fair value gap, and we bounced. All right, so we're sticking to that bullish trend, higher highs, higher lows, trading to discounts of these 1 minute ranges, pumping back to the highs. But this is when I start to not trust it as much just yet until I see us respecting this 1 minute bullish fair value gap. All right, like if we can respect this one and get a bounce off this 1 minute here, that's when I would really like it. But since we're just pushing right through it, don't like that as much. And now I'm just waiting to see, are we going to get a break of structure back to the downside? Or are we going to really get that pump back to the upside? That's what I'm waiting for. So if I was going to get in a trade and I was going to add into a full position, I would have to have my stop very tight or move to break even like very quick, because I am not trying to give my profits back. That's why I'm probably just going to keep half a position on my next trade as well. We'll see if I do take another trade. Okay, so now it looks like we're going to maybe try to come break structure to the downside. So if we sweep this low, that's a break of structure. If we come down and take this low, that's a market structure shift. That's a bearish reversal pattern, bearish breaker. Right, then I would use my fib from this high to low, and I would be looking to catch shorts maybe all the way down to these lows. But as long as we're respecting our bullish trend, 1 minute fair value gaps still long biased for now, until we get that market structure shift or break of structure. Hey, good luck with that. Good luck with that, man. Go pour that concrete. There we go, abundant wealth. Hold on to those profits. No SMTs in concrete. Where are you gonna find liquidity when you're pouring concrete? Yeah, dude. Yeah, you gotta do it like Tony, driving the big old heavy machinery, going short, multitasking at its finest right there, while running a whole mob too is crazy. That's triple tasking. Hey, look at that. Dang. Alright, so we're still respecting this 1 minute imbalance down here. We still haven't gotten that break of structure. We're doing this little 1 minute range here though, so I do want to wait. Still want to wait. But as long as we're still respecting bullish structure, I would still be looking for longs. As long as we're bouncing off these 1 minute bullish fair value gaps, still looking for longs. Until we get a break of structure, that's when I'm starting to look for shorts again. Just depends how good you are. Depends how patient you are. It's all about patience in both of those scenarios. No, my girlfriend is always right. I don't even care. I don't care if I think she's wrong. She's still right. I just say, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am, you are right. Let's move on. Most of the time, arguing is not worth it. Yep, I don't think it's worth it. I just don't really like to argue. If I tried to be a lawyer, I would have failed so bad. I just hate arguing. I'm just like, all right, yep. Unless I'm very, very passionate about something, I'll argue it. But most of the time, if me and my girl are ever arguing, I'm just like, what are we even arguing about? It's probably something really dumb that doesn't even matter, and we just laugh it off. We're just like, yeah, this is dumb. Let's stop. That's if I had one piece of advice in terms of dating. I know, who knows if you want to take it, but all those little arguments you get in over the little stuff that really doesn't matter, the ones that lead to those big arguments, just stop them quick. Just stop. Because I've noticed that whenever, you start to get a little, you get in that situation, you're a little like upset with each other, things are, kind of like, you're not too happy, you're both arguing over the dumbest stuff. Exactly, cut the losses quick, 100%. Those are the ones that lead to the big arguments that are just like, what was the point of any of that? Yeah, I mean that's how it is with me and my girlfriend. We've never gotten in a fight. I've been with her for almost 3 years. It's just because it's always those little things that are just about the most pointless stuff. It's just about the most pointless stuff that end up, like you see a lot of people ends up, getting into a really bad argument. It's just like, what are we doing here? That's just me though. I don't like to argue. Unless it's with my brothers, then I'll argue. And I've got 3 of them, so it's a lot of arguing. So we are just kind of chopping now at this point, not really looking to get an entry during this chop. Kind of just waiting for something to happen. Always going up. Slow and steady, always moving up. Exactly, Tony. You're in law right now, Deep? Well, hey, if you're a lawyer or you're in law, then yeah, that's your career. You should you should be good at arguing. I just know I would have never been good at that. Okay, we're back into that. Yep, that's how I've always been. I'll speak up if it's important enough. Or if I have to just defend someone's honor or defend someone, I'll speak up. Alright, let's see if we get that break of structure. Yeah, if it's something dumb, someone's trying to come at me, I'm just like, alright. I know who I am as a person. I already know my character. What you say isn't going to change that. I mean, trust me, I've gotten close to getting in a lot of fights in my life. Very close to getting in a lot of fights, but I've had to be carried off a few times, you know, before anything bad happens. But typically, I'm more of a I like to make situations less angry, so I try to calm it down. But man, if I'm defending someone, if it's someone I love, I'm probably not going to calm down too much. Yeah, that's super important. Super important. Yeah, right? You're like, oh, whatever. Whatever. And that's kind of the best way to win an argument in general, is just like not argue. And the other person just gets more angry. And then you finally learn, they're like, well, it's not worth arguing. So we still haven't broken, now we've broken structure. Now we've displaced those lows. So we've gotten that break of structure now. Displace that 1 minute fair value gap. Let's see if we want to keep heading down. Right now we're just kind of ranging. I don't love the price action. We're not offering too much reward here. We've been kind of ranging up and down a lot here. So like I said, I'm very content with my profits today. I don't need to take any more trades. We've gotten a 1 minute break of structure. Let's look at our daily time frame here. So yeah, it's very rare for us to do this, guys, to sweep the low of the previous day and the high of the previous day. Very rare. Doesn't happen very often. But when you do see that, a lot of the time that indicates a reversal. So like up here, notice how we took out the high and the low, and that's when we started to head back down. Let's look at other times on a daily time frame we've done that. Okay, we did it here. Didn't see a reversal there. But it's pretty rare. You don't see it happen too often. We don't see it happen too often. Every once in a while. So this daily imbalance is the most important level for us to look at right now on a higher time frame. Because look, if we inverse and say we close above this daily imbalance today, then I am very, very confident that we are going to go for all-time highs. But if we get a strong bounce off this daily imbalance and we start getting some downward movement, then I would expect us to start heading down again for our sell side external liquidity down at these lows. So these daily imbalances are so important. So important for us to be looking at. All right, so we got the 1 minute break of structure, but now we're just like a little bit choppy, a little bit ranging. You know, not the best price action like we saw right at market open. This was the best price action we could have seen right here with this long and then this short. After that, we haven't seen the best. This move right here is kind of the only other good move I've seen this long from this fair value gap. Wasn't ready to take it, but that was the only other good move I've really seen so far. So now what I would be looking for is to see if we get that market structure shift, take out this low, and form that, 1 minute bearish breaker, and then look to see if we're going to really come down and try to take out some of our sell side liquidity down low, bouncing off that daily fair value gap. Looks like these shorts want to step in here. Looks like the shorts are going to start trying to step in. Remember, this low down here, this is that key low. This is that market structure shift right here. If we close below that one, then we would have that high low, higher high, displacement of the lows, bearish breaker. That lowest down close candle would be that breaker block. we would look for us to retest that breaker and then look to short. We've gotten our external liquidity sweep. We've bounced off of a daily 4-hour, 1-hour, 30-minute bearish fair value gap. But we could see us range all day. That's another possibility, guys. So far, it looks like we might do that. We might see a lot of range. So it's just about reacting to what our market's showing us. Not trying to predict too much, but having our levels and then seeing which levels are respected, which levels are reacted off of, and going from there. See if these shorts want to come down and get that shift in market structure or not. But yeah, right now I'm not loving what I'm seeing in terms of price action. A little bit choppier, a little bit more rangy. This is the kind of stuff where you give back your profits and you end up being pissed off for the rest of the day, because you could have just stayed out with very good profits and called it a day. Instead, you kept trading through all the chop and all the rangy price action, and you gave them all back. And that's why you haven't seen me take another trade yet, just because, you know, I want to hold on to my profits. And if I'm going to risk any of them, it's got to be an amazing setup. Because if anybody caught this move, you should be pretty solid on the day. Let's look at the 5-minute. 5-minute, we've traded back into an imbalance. We're seeing us bounce again. 5-minute structure is still bullish right now. All of our structure is still bullish for the time being. Still have bullish structure. But now it's just a battle of fighting against all of these higher time frame imbalances above and fighting against our structure. Back and forth. And that's why I said we might see a little bit of a range, because now we're going to be trying to push through this imbalance. We're going to be trying to keep that bullish structure, but also fighting against an imbalance. Yes, John will be joining actually probably within... We're hoping he'll be joining within 2 weeks. Within 2 weeks, he should be joining us, running sessions every day. He won't be trading, but he's going to be doing full-time psychology coaching, risk management coaching, and wellness. So helping with the trading aspect in terms of psychology, risk management, and also trying to help you guys in every aspect of life, because, man, he does it right. He does a lot of research, guys, I'm telling you. This dude spends hours and hours of researching just how to improve his life, you know, emotionally, physically, spiritually. And he's helped me with a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff. So I'm excited for him to join us. Is it wrong if you're looking for the 5-minute... for a buy at the 5-minute OB? Are you talking about this OB right here? I would be staying away from that right now. Personally, I would not be looking to long this just yet. Just because we're chopping. Because we are very choppy. Yeah, I mean, you guys might be able to convince him to do a little bit of trading here and there. We'll see. But that's not the plan coming into it. But we've got a very good plan for you guys. Very good plan for this Discord. I mean, our plan is to make this the best Discord that there is. We want it to be so good that, you know, just that everything is here for you guys. So that's what we're working on. That's what we've been working on for a while now. I just can't wait for him to be joining up. But I've never heard of any other Discords having full-time, psychology, risk management coaches running classes every single day. I've never seen that, at least. I don't know if you guys have seen that anywhere. I think it's going to be very helpful with actual really good content. Of course. Well, thank you. Appreciate that. Ooh, merch. So I actually am going to have morning Corona. So I'm waiting on dropping any merch right now. So we've been testing out some different products and different clothing, different designs. Just trying to get it right, trying to get some really cool stuff. And I have someone I'm working with that's going to be doing all of the merch for us. That's going to be helping me design it, making all of it, being able to package and deliver it to you guys personally, so that it's all very personal. So we're working on that. We don't want to rush it because we want it to be very good. If you guys if anybody's going to be spending money on it, we want it to be A+, just like our A+ setups. We want the quality of the clothing to be great. We want the designs to be great. My whole idea for clothing in terms of for this company for Eternal Exchange is I would want it to be clothing that, someone that's walking on the street and that sees someone wearing it stops and says, "Hey, where'd you get that shirt?" Or, "Hey, that's a really cool design. Hey, what is that? What is that company? What is this? What is that?" Like something that's, not like outlandish designs, but something just really cool. I'll have to let you know about sending to Europe. Hopefully we'll be able to do that. I hope so. I'm not going to give you a yes or no answer yet, but hopefully we'll be able to. Yeah, I've heard of a lot of Forex groups being scammers. Ooh, really bash. Okay, might have to hit you up. We actually thought about throwing a QR code like somewhere you can't really see it. Like under the sleeve or something. And then be like, "Hey, yeah, look, here's the QR code." But yeah, so I don't know if you guys have all seen the designs we've came up with so far, but I think they're pretty cool. We're gonna have some cool stuff. And I'm also gonna do some cool things for different, I haven't fully decided yet on what I want to do, but for like my masterclass students, I want to do some personalized stuff, some free gear for my masterclass students. And then also doing some, we're thinking about maybe doing some care packages for, people that have been around or been in the Discord for a certain amount of time, things like that. Because I want to give back to you guys, and hopefully, you want to rep the brand too. That would be pretty cool. Bamboo viscose. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, if you want to shoot me a DM, let me know. Okay, so we're going to get that market structure shift right now. Once we close below this low, we'll see that market structure shift. We'll see this become that bearish breaker block, the lowest candle here, right from this high to low, higher high, displacement of the low, and then what we would do is we would use our fib from this low to high, and that's where we'd be looking for our TP levels, first standard deviation right at this low. Pretty good level to take TP right there. So we would have to fight through VWAP, but let's see if we get this displacement here. Looks like we're going to try to get displacement. We're going to get that breaker block. Oops, deleted the wrong thing. Alright, so now we have that breaker. So now I'm starting to look for shorts here. If we can trade back into that breaker. I would like to keep my stop above the breaker, but I don't want to have too much risk here. So, I mean, a lot of reward for this one. We could, you know, TP here. So let's see if we get a reaction off the bottom of this breaker. I'll start looking for shorts. Because we are getting a bounce off VWAP, which I don't love. But if we start reacting off this breaker, I do want to look for shorts here. So, you know, going to be very patient still because of VWAP right here. But we got that market structure shift. We got a reversal pattern. So now I'm waiting to see if we're going to get an entry opportunity. I'm not going to rush into it just for us to get stopped out. Just for price to bounce off VWAP and head right back up to the highs. No, I want to wait and see us react. See if we're going to trade into that fair value gap and start to drop from there. Okay, we're starting to see a good drop here. I don't love getting in the shorts right at VWAP. Don't love that. Yeah, 30-minute bullish for value gap there. So a few levels that are, you know, holding me from jumping into an entry in the aggressive entries. 5-minute imbalance as well. So that's why I would need to wait and see us have a very good reaction if I'm going to jump in. The VIX is starting to head up a little bit. See if we want to start dropping from this level here. Okay, I'm liking that. I'm going to test them out, guys. I'm going to test out the shorts here with half a lot. I'm going to keep a very tight stop. Very tight stop. Just half a lot here. You know, I'd like to keep a wider stop, but I don't want to have too much risk. Let's see. Let me place my stop. Again, because we are struggling to push through VWAP.
Order working.
I'm going to put my stop right just above this candle high. And we'll see if we can push through VWAP here. So I'm really not risking too much. Just like a 28 tick stop here. 27 ticks to stop. Seeing if we can push through VWAP. If we can't, if we fail to push through, all right, I'll get out and I'll call it. So half a lot, less than a 30 tick stop. Trying to see if this is going to be that breakout off of the breaker. And if not, then okay, I'm good. I tried it. And I'll be good with staying out. So again, very tight, not risking too much here. See if we can catch this one down. See if it wants to push through VWAP, at least down to that first TP level around 95 ticks. So what I'll do is I'll put one of my first TP right here at this low.
Order working.
Right there, around 95 ticks. There we go. There we go. Come on. There we go. Moving my stop to break even. Moving my stop to break even, guys. I'm making this risk-free. Even if I get stopped out at break even, it's going to be risk-free here. Come on. You guys could take a first TP here if you want. If you guys want to take a first TP, I want to see us take out that low. Boom. First TP just hit. First TP just hit. Keeping my stop at break even for now. And then I'm going to hold down all the way down to these lows. I'm going to let this one ride all the way down. Honestly, I might just keep my stop at break even and let this one ride forever. Let's go, guys. So that's 130 ticks there. 130 ticks. So that's a little nice add-on to our profit for the day. I mean, guys, we had a 30 or a 27 tick stop loss there. 27 tick stop loss, and our first TP was at 95 ticks. So that was a 3.5 RR on that one. Again, you could take full TP if you want. I'm holding on to one contract. I'm willing to just let this one ride. We bounced off that breaker. We got the market structure shift. We closed below VWAP. So yeah, I'll take that. I'll take another win there. This is definitely my last trade here. Definitely my last trade. But I'll just keep my stop at break even. If I get stopped out, I get stopped out. Oh well. But I'm willing to try to let this one ride. See if it wants to keep going. I'll ride it all the way down. We'll see if it wants to come stop us out up here. I do like that our break even is above VWAP. Green is my favorite color too. Let's see, I might even add into another con here. I'm going to add into another con.
Filled.
Oh, that moved my stop way down there. Okay, oh well. I'm going to keep my stop loss there. Risking it for the biscuit here. I'll put my next TP. Where is our London level? I'll put my next TP down at this low. Okay, next TP down at that low. Down at 19,98975. Again, I was looking... I don't care if I get stopped out at break even because either way I was expecting me to maybe get stopped out at break even above, so I was going to give it a shot with an extra contract. And we might stop me out. We'll see if we get that another drop or if we're going to stop me out first. Trade up into that fair value gap above. Oh. So the next TP is down here, 19,98975. We'll see if we can drop. My stop is at break even. So now it's at 2021.25 because I added into that another contract down here. Just get rid of that. So we'll see if we can drop one more time, catch another TP, add on to our profits a little bit. Again, we are stalling down at this level. So we took out a liquidity level, so we might not see that drop. Again, this is like I expected to keep my stop at break even anyways, so I'm like, well, I'll try to add into one more con. If we're going to drop aggressively, I want to get a little bit more profit out of this, so I'm going to add into one more and let my stop move down. Because either way, I'm willing to get stopped out at break even on this one. And if I do, I do. I'm still holding on to my profits, so I'll take it. We'll see if we can get that drop one more down to our next TP level. Come on, NQ. Can we do it? See, after taking out a liquidity level, we are struggling to continue to get that drop. We might see us try to retrace into that 1 minute fair value gap above. So yeah, if I get stopped, I get stopped. Either way, another win on the day, I'll take it. So another half a lot win, but you know, I'll take my profits. So let's see if it stops us here. Ooh, very close, very close. Almost got us. Almost got us. Yeah, the VIX is moving up. The VIX is moving up. And is it going to get us? All right.
Stop filled.
So I'm completely out.
Order cancelled.
I'm completely out. Got rid of that order. Man, I'll take it though. We took first TP at 95 ticks, 3.5 RR on that one. Again, just half a lot. Not like I caught anything crazy. But I will take another win there. Low risk, high reward. Let's go. And that's it. I'm done. Now I'm calling it. Now I'm calling it. 3 trades. We took 1 loss, and then we got our 2 wins. So yeah, we'll be back for education around 9:30. Great job today, guys. Great job today. We had confluences out the wazoo. Yeah, new word I'm trying out, guys. Let me know if you like it. Man, love you guys. Take it easy until I see you soon. Hold on to those profits. Trade a different account. Lock yourself out. And we'll come back and we're going to do a Q&A. All right, we'll do a Q&A for our educational. So if you guys want to come back for that at 9:30 a.m. Pacific, we'll do that. And then we'll trade our prop from session and end the day. All right, guys. Appreciate you. God bless. Stay safe. I'll see you soon. Peace.